Hello everyone, this is Mr. 05 and welcome to the Cobra Command Central toy review. I apologize to everyone for the long hiatus, and today we'll be doing the 2008 Revoltech Yamaguchi line, releasing the Series 51 Regult. Now this Regult is not mine, it belongs to a friend of mine who's a big Macross fan. He also owned that transformable Valkyrie VS1S model, the really loose Valkyrie. So I asked him if I can do a review about this, because in that video in the background it showed this and I didn't manage to do a review about that one, so I might as well do it now. And he said sure. He has the packaging and everything, and this is a very simple packaging, and this is like from the 2008, as you can see. Nothing much, not a lot of accessory, if you can notice. Just the what's that on the back? Oh yeah, the missile pods. I think it will be connected to the missile pods and the back turrets. Not a lot of accessory, and the base stand, of course. That's the base stand on the back here. Here's on the side. Everything is in Japanese. No idea what the hell they are talking about. Most probably talking about the this joints. They were talking more towards the joint, on how they use those joints and whatsoever, and how to turn it. As you can see how the joints are made. There's a screw and the two pieces here. Nothing much, and intended for children. No, not children. Intended for ages 15 and up, teenagers and up. Below, warning hazard here. Nothing much. So in the back here you have the Regult images. Now what I'm a bit disappointed is because the size of this toy didn't do its justice, because in the animation they are much more bigger, I think. I can't remember, I haven't watched that show for quite some time. They are piloted by the Zentradi aliens, the male Zentradi aliens, and they're all huge. They're about the same size, with the Valkyries. There was one episode where Rick Hunter was piloting the brown colored Valkyrie and shot down the chicken legs, the Regults. And at the back of the Regults, it opened up the hatch, and up pops out this huge alien. It's about the same size as he is. So it was quite interesting. But the toy itself didn't do its justice because it's a bit smaller. I mean, you can't be telling me that they can actually fit into this really small cockpit. There's no way in hell they can actually fit in that kind of cockpit, but I could be wrong. Anyways, enough babbling. Let's take this toy out and continue with the review. Stay tuned. And we're back after removing the toy and some of the accessories out from the box. Now, if you take a close look into this figure, I'm gonna zoom in. And it's a very slow zoom, sorry about that. He's very detailed, as you can see. It's very nicely painted. Nice little alien logos on the side. I think that's the alien logo. It's sort of like a number 8 logo in the front. Very nicely detailed. See on the back here. Too bad the hatch won't open, I'm quite disappointed. You can't open the hatch on the back. Not much of articulation. I'm gonna zoom out now. There's not much of articulation for this figure, so it's a bit of what you're gonna be expecting. It's a chicken leg. Well, let's see on the articulation. They have the turret on the top that can, move around, pose it whichever direction that you want. And I was quite surprised that on the side here it's turnable 360 degrees. His jet thrusters, yes. And on the back here is the other accessory, which you can pop it out and pop back in, like so. The legs are, typical Revoltech joints. As you know, I'm not a big fan of Revoltech, so they always have these clicky sounds, and some of the joints, the smaller joints are always loose. They're not packed in properly. Sometimes it's really hard to pull it out. Sometimes it's just pain in the ass. And I'm not a big fan of Revoltech. You got the ankle joints, or that knee joint, swivel knees, and in this point you can even turn this joint down here, and you can pivot the head up and down just a little bit, turn it all around, and that's about it. That's all the joint that has. That Regult actually has. My friend didn't pack in the the base stand, so I'm trying to adjust the bastard to that, whatever. Here we have the missile pods, which is also detachable, and there's a peg down here. There's a peg down here. You're supposed to connect to this piece, like so, and then pull this apart and place it like so, and there you go. Now he's more heavily powered, despite he only has like 4 freaking missiles. At least it's a really big missile. Not bad looking. Let's zoom in again and see. Oh, yeah, well, that's much more nicer. Very nice. Really nicely painted, just like the old animation, or the old animation. Very nicely painted, very detailed, but not a lot of articulation. Which is kind of ironic, since Revoltech, oh sorry, I knocked the camera a little bit, which is kind of ironic because Revoltech line are meant to be, you know, really articulate, very posable toys, and here we have the chicken leg here, the Regult here, having very limited articulation, because his articulation will be on the legs itself, and maybe some on the body and on the antenna, and that's about it. But he's a nice display piece, I have to admit, and makes a really nice collection. If you want to make an army of Regult, that's what they are. It's really nice. If I'm a fan of the G.I. Joes, and if I want the troop build, I'll definitely troop build these. But Revoltech is a bit too expensive to afford in Malaysia, a bit too expensive. So if I want the troop build, yeah, if I have the money, I will troop build this, because they are quite interesting. Chicken legs. So if I'm going to give a rating out of this, I would say that they're not bad looking, despite limited articulation, but that's how they are, just like in the animation itself. So I'll give it a good solid 8 out of 10. You know, it's really nice, and I really like the eyes. In between the eyes itself is really, there's a slit to show the eyeball in there, the red eyeball, just like in the box itself. So this is another review. Thank you all for watching. This is New 05, signing off.